welcome to another battle report. So we decided to throw away a tournament at our club. We do this every half year. It's called Barhammer, and yeah, I'm start facing off against an Ogre Khan army, and we should start walking through my army. First of all, I got a unit of Raptor Riders, 10 of them, with the Rending banner. Then I got 22 skinks. In there I got 2 skinks captain, one with a serpent bow and the other with a skull splitter bow. Then I got a small unit of 15 skinks. I got a priest in there, half of druidism, 2 extra spell, and then I got an 8-man unit of caimans with full command. Then I got a 20-man unit of Saurian warriors, then 2 spike lizards, and a salamander. Then I got my general on an alpha Carnosaur. He got lucky shield and razor blade. That's it. And then I got a Taurosaur with a giant bow, and that's basically my army. As for spell, I got the rod, healing, stone skin, and of course the train spell Oaken Throne. And for the Ogre Khan army, he got first of all a Scrapbolt, then he got 3 Yetis, who will vanguard later. Then he got a big monster. I don't remember which one of those he did use. Then he got a big unit of tribesmen. In there he got his BSB and his general, and there basically where all his points is. I don't know if I can actually take that unit. And I drop everything first because of this scenario, so he deployed accordingly to my deployment. Then he got a unit of 8 cannoneers, another Scrapbolt, then a unit of great weapon ogres. Then he got 2 giants, a dog, and finally another 3-man unit of Yetis. Well, so this is an overview of the board, so I thought I could go through this scenario. Basically what we did, we take turn before deployment to place these houses on the board. That's the only terrain we got for this scenario. And the player who destroyed the most house scored 6 victory points, or got +3 and your opponent got -3 victory points, so to say. And yeah, I will have a link to the scenario. Actually, the guy playing has written all of these scenarios, so a lot of things have changed accordingly. This is the first time we actually play tested the scenarios, so of course some of it might have changed. And the name of the scenario is Inner City Carnage, if you wanna read about it and play test it yourself. So I got the first turn, so let's see what happened. So basically my first turn, my plan is basically stay back with the Raptor Riders, because I don't wanna get charged by anything on his side, and move forward with the Saurian warrior and the Cayman. And my plan there is to destroy some houses, the Taurosaur and the Carnosaur. Want to destroy the 2 houses in my left corner, and the houses only have T6 3 wounds, so I think my skinks shooting can actually shoot down some houses in the middle. So my whole plan for turn 1 is basically kill 7 houses. We'll see how that go, and then I score the objective for this scenario. That is one thing that changed now currently, because of the player who got the first turn got a really advantage in this scenario in just destroying 7 houses turn 1, and then scored a lot of battle points. So that's my movement, and you can see here I haven't done any damage to his army, but I did manage to only take out 5 houses. Unfortunately, the spike lizard couldn't kill that houses in front of his Yetis who have vanguarded forward, and this Saurian warrior could not kill that houses they are standing in front of, unfortunately, and there is one too many houses still remaining in the middle, unfortunately. So if he might actually score the scenario bonus points if he can kill all of the 7 houses in his next turn. And this is his left flank. His tribesmen and his big monster and his cannoneers move forward to take care of those 3 houses. He moves up his scrap launcher to throw some crap at my raptor riders, and his yetis are moving to that side of the board. And you can see on this side his Bruiser move up pretty aggressively, as well as his Giants move up to take care of that house. His Yetis moves up forward. Since both of those houses that the Yeti is standing behind, and both of them touches, are both suffering 2 wounds, his Yetis have the opportunity to actually kill away both those houses, unfortunately, this turn. So we will see how that one goes. And yeah, his Scatapult misses my Raptor Riders, and you can see he managed to take down 6 houses. So there's only 1 house that's remaining, and I need to take that because I don't want to lose the objective. So over to my turn number 2. Well, first of all, my Saurian warriors charges the Yetis and they choose to flee, and I roll like double 1, so I did not catch them, unfortunately. You can also see in my movement phase I have pushed out the Taurazar and the Alpha Carnosaur a bit, the Spike Lizard and the Salamander as well, to take care of his dog. And this was actually, we talked about this after the game, this is what cost him the game. I had a 8, I think I needed to roll an 8 on a charge on this unit of ogres, and I made the charge. He should have fled, but yeah, so now I will strike before him. Hopefully I can just kill them all and then overrun into his cannoneers. And yeah, as you can see as well, my Chameleon Kings have moved forward in front of his giant, so they cannot really do anything if by any chances I would whiffed in that combat. On this flank I just moved away because my Raptor Riders is stupid. They could have shot the Yetis, but if he would have fled I would have give his monster and his tribesmen an easy flank on them, and I cannot flee, so that wouldn't have been good. I could also have failed the charge and just didn't get in, so the best thing was actually to step backwards there. But anyway, if I can keep his tribesman unit away from me as long as possible, because I don't really have anything that can go up against that unit except my Alpha Carnosaur, maybe. But yeah, we will see how this flank solved itself. Magic didn't do too much, shooting didn't do too much, to be honest, but in combat the Caimans just slaughtered his poor Ogrins before they could strike anything at all. And I got the perfect overrun into his cannoneers, and that's basically my second turn. So over to the Ogre Khan, turn number 2. So for his turn, his Catapult charges the rear of my Caimans. I'm okay with that. I think he might do some damage to me, but I will do so many wounds to his cannoneers that I will just break him anyway. And yeah, one of his giants charges my Chameleon Kings. I failed terror test. I got cold-blooded ship 8. It doesn't matter, they failed anyway. He redirected into my Saurian warriors. I failed terror test there as well, so they are also running away from his giant. And he used to pursue the chameleon, and he didn't capture them, which is well, bad for me, because if he would have captured them I would just charge him with my Alpha Carnosaur, which is what I really wanted. And now it's a longer charge for the Counterstar, but it's makeable anyway. And you can also see his Yetis are actually, I think they are still fleeing. And yeah, let's move over to his other flank and see what's happened there. Apparently his Yetis actually rallied, but they are still in sight of my Towerstar, which is good because my Towerstar can just charge them and will pretty much easily slaughtered them. Well, he pushes forwards with his tribesmen, his monster facing off the Caimans. Hopefully I will just overrun and then I can just charge the monster in my turn. His other giants are moving forward a bit, and his Yetis are moving out of the arc of my Raptor Riders, and that's his movement. Well, after combat, yeah, he did some seriously damage to my Cayman, but I still got 6 remaining. I did pursue the Cannoneers and I caught them, which is good. And now I got a charge to his monster, which is awesome. My turn 3. The Towerstar charged the Yetis. The Yetis choose to flee. I captured them, but couldn't do a reform after catching them. So my Towerstar are standing over in the left corner of the board, not doing much. So for my turn, I placed the Salamander in front of his one of his giants, so he couldn't charge anything. My Alpha Carnosaur charges the other giant because I want to get my Alpha Carnosaur closer towards his big unit of tribesmen. The Cayman charges the big monster, and I just move away with my Raptor Riders out of the arc of his tribesmen, and I choose to throw away a small unit of Chameleon Skinks in front of them so they cannot make some charge into the Alpha Carnosaur or the Skink unit if things go south. And that's my movement. Magic didn't do much. Combat, I did kill the monster, but one more of my Caimans is also dead, so that unit have taken some heavy losses. I choose to do a overrun into his tribesmen. My thinking here is his character cannot strike. He only got 4 tribesmen who can hit me, and of course the Scrapline Catapult who charges me in the back. But I think I can do some serious damage to his unit, and I really need to weaken them before I can send some hard-hitting unit into it. Well, in combat, I think his giant managed to do a wound towards my Alpha Carnosaur, but I killed the giant, so that's a big plus. So for his turn, his giant charges the Salamander, and yeah, he will probably just take away that unit. You can also see one of his Scrapple fled off the board, and the other one charges the back of my Cayman, and that's basically almost all of his units. Well, I don't have a picture of it, but his Yeti is moving closer towards my line. In combat, of course, the giant managed to break the Salamander, and he pursued this way, which is good because now I will get another turn of shooting at him. Hopefully I can take him down. And well, this is in the combat with the Cayman. He won. I didn't do much towards his big unit of tribesmen, but I broke his Scrapple pursue, and the Scrapple managed to catch the Cayman and are all the way over there. And you can see he takes his tribesmen and pivot them towards my lines basically. And in my turn, the Alpha Carnosaur charges the Catapult and destroys it, and an overrun off the board. You can see my Raptor Riders haven't moved at all, and that's because they failed stupid. So he actually turned his tribesmen the wrong direction, but you cannot possibly know that in advance. One funny thing is actually I realized when I printed out the list before this tournament the night before that I have forgotten to put in a BSB in this list, which is kind of bad for me. And that's why I failed so many Leadership 8 cold-blooded leadership tests all across this whole tournament. And well, you can see here the rest of my movement. I surrounded the giant, hopefully to shoot him down. I throw my chameleon skinks in front of his tribesmen just to stop them from getting closer towards my line. I think this is, let's see, my turn 4. So yeah, that's the plan. We do manage to kill off the big guy. And well, this is his turn 4. His plan here is basically to go after my Raptor Riders because they are stupid. They could fail that stupid test and he will score some points for that unit. My turn 5. Raptor Riders passes stupid test, move as far away from the tribesman as possible. And I move everything else closer towards the tribesman to throw shots at him and stuff like that, put pressure on them, and hopefully in my turn 6 charge with my Alpha Carnosaur into that unit. Well, his turn 5, he failed the charge with the Ogre Counts tribesman units and end up as you can see him. And yeah, his Yetis moves to chaff up my Alpha Carnosaur so I cannot get into his tribesman units. And well, my turn 6, I try to charge the Yetis with my Taurosaur because it causes terror to make them fail it and run away, but he passes the terror check. And it was a long charge, so I had to charge in my Alpha Carnosaur as well into the Yetis, and I will kill them and overrun into nowhere by this point. Raptor Rider Cup clear of the march test and just march away as long as possible from the Ogre Count tribesman unit. And of course the Alpha Carnosaur destroys the Yetis with no problem at all. And yeah, that's the game, and was a very interesting and fun game. You can see also his tribesman, I didn't take a picture of it, but he failed a shot into my Raptor Riders, so that's good. And it ended up, even though I kind of threw away my Cayman, a 12-6 victory for me. We shared the objective scenario bonus point for this one, 3-3, which is kind of important because in our local tournament Barhammer, the 2 best player after 3 games play a final, and the one with the most of these bonus points for scenarios, if it's a tie, plays first. So that's important later in this tournament. But yeah, that's it. You might ask why I got 12-4 or 12-6. It's the current point. That's because in this scenario you get only maximum of 18 points and 6 for scenarios, and that's because you want the scenario to play more into the tournament, which is kind of nice. And I highly recommend you to go check out this scenario. As I told you before, it's in the description below, as well as my armor list. So that's this game. Have any comments, post them below and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. Feel free to like and start subscribing if you haven't already. And that's it. Have a nice one.